Hey guys, FootLongMuscle here, and I am back. I am officially back, and I have to say that it feels good. It feels good to be back. I have now officially moved out. I am now a homeowner with my two friends who I'm living with, and it's good. Everything is good. So yeah, this is more like the update. I said I was going to make an update. This is the update. I am back. And the reason I was away for so long is because I was in the middle of moving out. Don't know why I had to bang there, but oh well. Anyway, this is stainless steel. It's a modification for Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms. It's a very good modification for Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms. And I am addicted to it because it is so good. We are going to be doing an early era campaign. And we have all these factions to choose from. The Republic of Venice, the Kingdom of Hungary, the Kingdom of Sicily, the Kingdom of Aragon. This music is epic, by the way. The Republic of Genoa, the Crusader States, Kingdom of Denmark, the Fatimid Caliphate, which is also known as Egypt, the Kingdom of Scotland. I had to put on a Scottish accent for that. The Cuman Khanate, which is it's not the Golden Horde, it's not the Mongols, it's more like the very far Eastern Europe clans, so it would be tribes and all that. The Seljuk Sultanate, which is basically the Muslims. It consists of Turkey, Iraq, Iran, all that stuff. It's basically the faction that the famous warrior Saladin fought for against the Crusades, well, during the Crusades. It plays the Kingdom of France, the Holy Roman Empire, also earliest form of Germany. Kingdom of England, Portugal, Poland, them guys, however you pronounce that. That is, I believe, like Kazakh, Armenia area, I believe. If I'm just taking an estimate, or is Armenia more over there? But I think that might be more Kazakh area. The Byzantines, which is basically the last remnants of the Romans. Oh, they were formerly known as the Eastern Roman Empire, and God, they were good. They are good in this game. You play as Norway, the Moors, which is basically Morocco, North Africa, southern Spain, Lithuania, Novgorod, which is Russia, the early remnants of the Kingdom of Russia, Grand Duchy of Kiev, which is Ukraine, and finally Lyon, which is Spain. Now, of all these factions, I'm going to choose Scotland. Why? Because I'm Scottish, and I thought, why not? It's fun. We're in a good starting location, very north. It was either going to be, well, I was contemplating between three nations. It was going to be Scotland, Norway, or Denmark. I chose Scotland because Norway is a natural rival of Scotland, and we can also invade the Scandinavian area and spread south into Denmark, and then that could begin our stronghold on Europe. But the main task at hand right now is conquering the English and having our way and controlling the British Isles. So, but before we get started, I'm just going to read the description. Hope you don't mind. You can skip this part later in the video if you want. So, Scotland, starting date is 1100 AD. William the Conqueror may have undisputed claim over the Kingdom of England, but he must still deal with the Celtic lords of Scotland, should he have designs on calling himself monarch of the British Isles. In fact, Malcolm III, the ruling king of Scotland, has already made several forays into England's north since the Normans have arrived, continuing a legacy of conflict between Celtic and continental bloodlines that has existed for over a millennium. Scotland may have a proud track record of defying much greater powers south of the border, including the mighty Roman Empire, but some of the Highland nations' more brilliant scholars are now preaching caution to Canmore. The Britons are no longer a distant set of islands on the edge of civilization, and to continue to think of this position as being truly secure would be to lie to oneself. The arrival of the Normans with their heavy cavalry is proof that continental powers are now capable of arriving in force across the sea, and that welfare itself is evolving. None of Canmore's thrusts into Northumbria have thus far been decisive, and perhaps this is not something Scotland should be doing alone. At present, the French would appear to be Scotland's most logical ally. The animosity between the French monarchy and the Normans has only grown with William's expansionist behaviour, and Philippe would be mad not to want England's attention split across two fronts. Of course, until the Scots can either secure a powerful ally or bring their armed forces up to the standards of the major European powers, it may be well worth it for Malcolm III to simply swallow his pride and avoid entering any further conflict with the English, or heaven forbid, contemplate an alliance. Well, that's exactly the opposite of what we're going to be doing. We are going to crush the English, but first we have plans, and it will take time, but it will be glorious, and it will be sweet. Let's begin. You see what I did there with the music in the background? I was building it up at the end. I quite like that cinematic feel. But yeah, it's going to be good. We're beginning of Scotland. I've always wanted to do this. So this is a message from the team. Thanks for downloading and playing Stainless Steel. Information about the mod can be obtained easily at totalwar.net at the Stainless Steel subforums. Gameplay hints and tricks, available submod support suggestions thread, or epic after-action reports are all awaiting there. Be sure to visit us and say hi if you haven't done so yet. Feedback is always warm welcome. Blah, 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 blah. The team, thank you. Have fun. Okay. Scotland. Let's begin. Our capital, Edinburgh. Our main castle, Inverness. So that will be where we get our main armies from. So if you're new to medieval, and if you watched the Rome videos that I did, I'm not stopping them. I'm just set up my whole computer and I had to uninstall everything, so this was the first game I installed. It's different. You do not recruit all your main armies from towns, because as you can see, we can only get militia at the moment, but if we go to the castle, we can only get Highland rabble, which is peasants. But later on, if we build a garrison quarters, we can get Highlanders, which is basically our main infantry. They're light infantry, but they're our main infantry. And then so on and so forth. We can get other stuff. We can get stables, a bowyer. But you notice at the towns we can't get that. We can only get ballista. But that's not a big problem. We can deal with that. So, first thing is first. The first plan is to build up a force and invade Ireland. That is our plan. We're going to conquer Ireland, because the English right now are split into several different towns. Now what they're probably going to do is they will most likely attack Wales first, the AI, and then hopefully they will spread throughout France and go to war with France, and maybe take Brittany, because Brittany is at the moment is owned by the rebels. So hopefully that is the plan, and let's hope it is stuck to the plan. So first thing I'm going to do is going to get my diplomat. I'm going to send him down to the town of York. I'm going to offer map information, trade rights, and an alliance. Now I know this sounds weird, but bear with me on this. I'm going to offer an alliance to England, and hopefully they accept.
It's good.
They do accept, so we are now allied with England. And as you can see, we've made an alliance with England. And that's good. So now we can also see all their settlements on the maps. If I zoom in here, you can see the red is England and the blue is Scotland. So they control all the British Isles except for Wales and Ireland. But we are going to claim Ireland first. That is the main idea. So we're going to send our diplomat back because we cannot go across the channel to France and we need to build a ferry. We're also, just in case, going to send our spy down to the hills in Northumbria. So keep an eye on the York, Nottingham area, because Nottingham is their main castle where they can build their main troops, and York is the closest town to our border. So if any troops comes up, we will see them. And there's also a little hidden path through the mountains on the western coast of the border, so they can sneak around there. But they're most likely going to take that border, so we don't need to worry about that. The next thing we are going to do is send our princess down to try and claim one of their
Your Highness.
generals. Hopefully that goes well. I'm going to send this
In God's name.
priest back to there. Now, first thing is first, we're going to build garrison quarters here. We'll build... you see, the mod adds new things. It adds logging camps, and construction costs decrease for wooden buildings. So basically this mod, stainless steel, adds a whole lot more stuff. It adds new units, adds new buildings, stonemason's hut, so it decreases the cost of stone buildings. I believe at some point, if I highlight the stables, yeah, the border horses changed, so instead of them all just wearing that, they look more similar that they did in the original, but they're actually wearing kilts. Scotland's ones, they wear kilts. But in the meantime, we're going to build a logging hut here and a logging camp here, and we are also going to recruit some militia in these towns, and not in that town, and that will do it for this turn. Yes. So the times between turns is a bit longer, I believe, but this one seems to be going quite quickly. It usually is longer. Oh wow, this is really quick, and not much seems to be happening. So yeah, that was the end of the turn. That went much quicker than I expected. So this turn, new pop-ups come up. It tells you when the faction leader of a certain faction has died, which is good. I like that because let's say, for example, you're at war with England, or you want to go to war with England, but their leader is too strong. Their leader will die, and then you can go and attack their new leader who is weak at the time, and that's good. I like that. So Sicily, the King of Sicily has died in this turn, and yeah, we've got our 2 militia. A few expenditures, Duke of Edinburgh, Duke of Aberdeen, Baron of Inverness, and this turn we lost money, but if I'm correct, yep, we're going to gain 2,000 more gold next turn if I don't buy anything, and I don't plan to, so when would the next turn for this be? Okay, I will however recruit a merchant. And a priest here, because religion is very important, because in this mod they add a lot more heretics around, especially in I believe Christian countries. I don't know about Muslim countries, I've not really read the files, but I do know that a lot more heretics appear in the northern countries and Christian ruled countries. So what we're going to plan now is going to take our king, King Edgar, who is 27. And he has quite a lot of good traits. He's the Duke of Edinburgh. And we are going to send him to these crossroads. And we're also going to get Prince Alexander, my brother.
Into a mighty horde,
and David Donchada, who's also my brother. And I'm going to also send him out. I'm also going to get these 2 guys to go on the coast and wait.
Aye, sire. Move out.
These guys here.
Combining the armies, sire.
And these guys here. And
My
get
king.
the balls.
Aye.
Just army sorting
Forward.
out. Just bear with me for 2 minutes for this.
Move out. Aye. Joining our
So yeah,
forces.
everything is fine. Yep. This is going to be our army that is going to be sent over, but we need to build a port first, so it might be a while until then.
For the Highlands.
There's no one in range here.
I am ready
No
to
one in
approach
range
them,
here.
Father.
No one in
Am I
range
to
here.
offer a simple
No one in
proposal
range here.
or my hand?
What's this guy? He's 35. He's
How
too
shall I
old
represent
at the
Scotland?
moment. Let's see if I can find...
Am I to offer a simple proposal or my hand?
Or, let's see, yeah, so let's,
I am
sorry,
ready to approach
concentrating
them,
and trying to commentate at the same time is quite difficult. I'm
My
not used
king.
to it.
Aye.
Well, I am used to it, I've just not done it in a while, that's all.
An honor, my lord.
Oh, first thing else we're going to do is going to send King Edgar
Making camp here.
down
sire.
to here
Set a watch. We
to
camp
build a
here,
watchtower,
my lord.
so to watch this side so I can actually send my spy a bit further down. Anything else we need to do? We're still going to gain money this turn, all the buildings are still going, so let's end the turn. So yeah, this, well, it's still not taking a while. This is strange. Usually it does take a bit longer. Maybe it's in the later times it gets longer. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm enjoying this game. I've enjoyed this game so much. I love this game, and there's so many mods for it. As well. There's this mod. So all these people have died. There's this mod, which is basically an enhanced version of the single player, except that it makes it much better. And I most likely play this now rather than the vanilla default Medieval 2, because the map is bigger. I mean, Britain is absolutely massive. Look at it. And instead of 2 provinces, which was just Edinburgh and Inverness in the default, there's now a 3rd one, which is Aberdeen. So it's like they basically got the size of Britain doubled than it is in the default game, and the map is much bigger, as you can see. I believe in the default it cuts off about at this line here, and maybe about that. So it's like probably a third big. It's probably about a quarter bigger. But yeah, we're going to continue to send this guy down.
In your name, sire.
Build a watchtower just to watch our border.
Noble
I'm
sire.
going to send him back
Setting a vigilant watch
to
here.
the front.
Marching now. My lord.
He's
Aye.
going to wait there.
Aye, lord. Aye, sire.
Get him to wait there.
Merging armies, sire. My king. Aye, sire.
And we'll get our border
Aye,
reset as well.
aye. Forward.
So right now
Combining
we're a
the
bit
armies, sire.
got a mediocre-sized army. We've improved our relations with the Papal States. Oh, another thing about this mod is that I'll just quickly explain is in the default game you could basically go to war with anyone. If you played a Christian nation, you could go to war with anyone and there will be no repercussions. The only repercussions with the Pope you would have is if the Pope asked you to build a church and you refused to do it or something, or you forgot to do it. In this game, if you go to war with any Christian nation, the Pope doesn't like it. That I like, because it also makes it so you have to choose between, do you want to expand or do you want to be on the Pope's good side? Because if you're excommunicated, there is a lot of negative traits that your generals and characters can get, and also some factions that are border to you can go to war with you. So like, for example, let's say I was excommunicated right now and I was allied with England, they would probably break their alliance with me and maybe attack me because just in the name of the Pope. And there's also a chance, I believe, in which crusades can be called upon your cities that are excommunicated. I'm not quite sure about that, so you don't take my word for that, but it's just, I
Aye,
guess,
sire.
really.
Aye.
You can
My
actually
king.
go there.
Onward. Aye, sire. Merging armies, sire. My king.
So yeah, we've got a merchant in Edinburgh. How good is he? He's not that good,
Aye,
but it doesn't
sire.
matter. We will send him over here just to get some more money. So Edinburgh and Aberdeen have built the logging camps. I would like you to get some land clearance for better farming, because let's see the. Actually, we're all right on farming. You could probably just build grain exchange for trade. You, however, I would like you to build a port as quick as possible, please, for more trade as well. Our bishop is going up. Hopefully, if everything goes as planned, we can actually get some of our bishops to become pope and get voted to become the next pope. So fingers crossed about that. Let's continue to
Aye, my
search
king.
for this English general.
Aye.
There is a specific English general that I'm
Happily,
thinking of. His
sire.
name is like Stephen
This
Dubois.
lass needs her rest.
Just trying to think where he is. So yeah, England don't start with really good units. They start with Frere. The Frere Spearman is really like their first main unit. It's not a. I don't believe it's classed as a militia unit. Oh no, it is classed as a militia unit. I believe that's one lower than the militia spearmen. Now these guys are rubbish. They're useless, but I believe they've got the. I believe now this is just a rumor that I've heard, but I think the Highland Rebel are one of the worst attacking and defending, just one of the worst in general peasants in the game. But I believe they have the best morale, as in like a thing to say like, oh well, Scotland have got amazing morale because they never give up and all that, and that's quite good of developers to do that. And I believe in this mod they're enhanced it even better. So again, not really much else we can do. We're just waiting for our armies to gather up in central Scotland, in the lowlands. So just end another turn. Now the one picky thing I do have this mod is that each turn is 1 year. Now I'm not too happy about that, because like even in the vanilla it's like every 2 turns is a year, but I believe they do make it so it goes longer. I'll need to check that. It will probably say in this tab. Yeah, turns remain in 500 turns it gives you. Build a small chapel in Inverness. Okay, Mr. Pope, I'll do that. So a garrison quarters is built there, so I can now get some Highlanders and Spear Militia. So I'll build some Spear Militia, and I'll also build a chapel just to keep the Pope happy.
Merchant at your
This
service.
guy will get there on
Aye,
time.
sire. We'll
Can
start
I get any
sending
more?
these
No,
back to
no more
Scotland at once.
merchants. King
My
Edgar, can
king.
you please get back?
Aye, sire.
Aye, lord. Aye, sire.
I could probably take out these
Aye,
two
lord. My king.
Highland
Onward.
archers now. The next turn, the Spear Militia will be recruited. We'll build another one here though, and the next turn there'll be one there, just to bulk up my defenses in the town, because I don't want to leave them completely defenseless. We did lose money for this turn. We're gonna gain. We are losing a bit of money now. Money is it's average. Could be better, but once we get boats and we start to invade, I don't actually really need. If I want to rush it, I could just send them straight here, hire a mercenary cog, and then send them back over. We'll send them over to attack the town of Dublin. But in the meantime, let's just end the turn. I believe we could actually just get a cog, because it's going to probably take about another turn or two to gather all my armies together. Sorry if I'm talking a bit too quick. I have noticed that. I don't know why I'm talking too quick. I'm just going to take it down a bit, take it down a notch. Just getting a drink of water. Water, delicious. So an alliance was announced between Leon and Portugal, so they're allies, so they'll not be fighting now. We got our spearmen. Okay, we're gonna put more spearmen there. And yeah, these guys are not gonna have any upkeep because they're in towns and they're gonna have all their needs, so we don't need. Yep. Okay, that seems so reasonable.
Aye, noble sire.
Okay, so we got our 3 generals and a horse unit there.
Honor.
Aye, sire. Combining the armies.
Archers
March.
in.
Aye. Aye. Joining our forces.
So the next turn, this fleet will be bought, and it'll take probably another 2 turns to get to the coast here, because that's my plan. Meantime, where's my princess?
For the Highlands. Am I to offer a simple proposal or my hand?
No generals.
How shall I represent Scotland? Am I to offer a simple proposal or my hand? How shall I represent Scotland? I am ready to approach them, father. Aye, my king.
Princess just wandering
Daughter of
about.
Scotland.
She's 18. I had to make that noise. Nothing else we can do this turn. Now I know it seems like we're not really doing that much in the turns, but we're just building up our armies, getting them all ready. A port's been built, so now trade is going to increase with England. So yeah. I do plan on playing every Total War, because I absolutely adore Total War, but I have been getting into these new games, like Crusader Kings and all that. I've played a bits of them, but I'm not very good at them, so I'll give it probably a while until I'm a bit better and I know what I'm doing. Yeah, we completed our mission to build a small chapel, so our opinion of the Pope has gone up. It's not as high as Portugal's, but that's because I believe the Pope is actually Portuguese. I don't know. Aragon and Portugal declared an alliance. Spears have been built in Aberdeen. So Edinburgh, Inverness and Aberdeen have all built stuff. So
My king,
let's go.
combining the army.
We march to glory. Set a watch. We camp
And
here
we will
till
train
dawn.
1 unit of cog and 1 merchant. How much money do we gain that turn? We gained quite a lot of money. How much money are we going to gain next turn? We're probably going to make a loss next turn. Build roads. What is our trade like? Our trade is pretty poor. Merchant trade is okay. Tax is alright. Gotta build. Get some farming. Build some farms. Get some better farming. We're gonna make a loss next turn. But we'll still gain some money, I believe. Yeah. But it's quite quiet so far. So next turn, no action yet. I'm not going to straight up declare war on England first because I don't want to be excommunicated by the Pope. If England declare war on us, we are free to attack them, but the Pope might go, once we start getting the advantage, and go, okay, can you please stop attacking them, in which I might accept it, but I might not, because it depends. If England goes to war with me, I want to gain something out of it. I don't want just to lose men and not gain anything. They will have to suffer. I've got a suitable prince for my sister, I believe. Let's just check. I don't think I want a 30-year-old man marrying my daughter, and he's not really that good. He's loyal, basic Western. Merchant was built. Well, was
Aye, my king.
not built.
Aye,
Um,
happily, sire. Am I to offer a simple proposal, or my hand? Yes.
Come
Welsh
and
rebels.
get me,
The Welsh longbowmen, I
coward.
believe, have the longest range in the game.
Aye,
King
noble son.
Edgar.
Marching now.
Fleet ready.
You
Aye,
can go
Captain.
here. Go there next turn.
This is as far as we'll get today.
We built a merchant, didn't we? How is this merchant? He's 22 and he's good with money. Well, he's young. That's a
Aye,
positive, I
sire.
suppose. I don't want to put him too close to this
Hail,
merchant because
Can't trade? Aye, my
he is
lord.
most likely going to get better. Things can only
Merchant
get
at your
better.
service.
Care to browse my wares, friend?
He won't actually be able to make it today.
Aye. Opening a new trade
So what I'll do
lane,
is I'll put him
sire.
there.
Hail,
And he won't
friend.
be able to actually
Care
get to me
trade?
in the next
Care to
turn. So if he
browse my
moves up
wares,
here, I
friend?
will move him back and maybe move him up north to collect some wool. So I might even send him over to Ireland. It's just trade. Just basic trade. But I always get screwed over by
Hail, friend.
merchants, foreign
Care
merchants.
to
Whenever
trade?
it looks like I have the advantage, I always get outbought. So we did lose money that turn. We're going to get more money this next turn. I've got some free upkeep troops. Yeah. So roads has been built in Inverness. That's a clear sign. Of course, for the big, large roads. A very wobbly road has to go around mountain ranges. It can't just cut through the mountain pass past Loch Ness, and where Fort William and Fort Augustus would be today. And maybe it would. Actually, I think they would have been back then, around that time, but they would have been minor towns or something. One of them, well, they're both forts, so they probably would have been, what's it? Actual military forts. A gift. The Pope has given me a gift. Oh, thank you, my lord. I'm not religious.
Aye, Captain. Course plotted.
Aye, my liege. Loading the troops. Get ashore
Right,
now.
so we will now send this guy back
Course plotted, Captain. Dropping anchor until the morrow, sire.
to here, and then we'll pick up our diplomat and send him down south.
What?
Let's go closer.
Very well.
We see.
I will only address you in battle.
For the moment, we'll hide them in the woods, see what they do
This
this
is a
turn.
great place to spring a trap, sire.
Okay, dirt roads have been built in Inverness. So I would now like to. I'll build a logging camp. It's best to build logging camps and all that early on, so you get the most out of your money. Oh, I believe that's my mother has died. Let's check. Yeah, my mother has died. And my father's dead. 21. My sister.
For the Highlands.
For the Highlands.
Aye.
Hi.
Yes. This lass needs her rest.
I mean, the voice acting is good. I do like the voice acting, but some of them are too very stereotypical and very. I don't want to sound.
Can I be of service?
I mean, they are very good. I'm sure they are Scottish actors who did them, but
Where's the fight?
come on, that's a bit stereotypical, isn't it? Stating that all Scottish want the fight. That's just rude. But yeah, everything's still building. I believe these both have farms that would be one more turn, so we'll end them. The income that they're both going to generate is going to go up. Edinburgh is actually gaining a lot of money, 1,470 a turn in profit. That's what the little symbols mean, by the way. The little money symbols, that means how much money they're gaining in profit. And then from left to right, it's money they're making in profit, how happy the people are, if the population is going up, and if you're building something. And there's another symbol that will show if you're recruiting units or not. But another turn is now 11:08, I believe.
A wee break then.
The Polish senior duke is dead.
Fleet ready. Aye,
Here, and then we'll send him down south.
Cannot sail further today.
Aye, my king. Happily, sire. Aye. Daughter of Scotland. I am ready to approach them,
I
father.
could marry a rebel general.
How shall I
thinking,
represent
actually.
Scotland?
Any
Am I to offer a simple
unmarried
proposal
generals nearby?
or my hand?
It's really only this guy.
I
don't
am ready to
particularly
approach
want to
them,
marry him
father.
because,
Am I to
well,
offer a
he's
simple
too old
proposal
for a fact.
or my
For a
hand?
first, I mean, she's 22. He's 20 years her senior.
How shall I represent Scotland?
Anyway, land clearance has been built.
I am ready to approach them, father.
Keep an eye on that merchant. What can we build now? We've got 14,000 gold. I'll build a stonemason's hut, just so overall
Aye.
they'll be better. And here I shall build a. Well, let's see what affects growth. Does that affect growth? No. Does that affect growth? No. Does that affect growth? It does! So I will build a brothel because Aberdeen takes absolutely ages to grow. Ages. So that'll be done in the next turn. This army doesn't
Come
seem
and
to have
get me,
moved.
Coward.
An enemy to crush.
Fuck it, let's just go for it.
We shall slaughter them, sire.